Okay. So I'm going to assume we're back. Let's check out the games that are still going on. I want to check out Raf. Let's see. We're seeing against Lemon Man, who pretty much destroyed last time. And I instantly come in and see a Thunderclap come off on a Blissey, which is just not it at all. So that's not good. Does this Blissey have Calm Mind? It does. Yeah, we've seen that. So this Raging Bolt is never getting anywhere unless there's some critical hits, which, you know, fishing for critical hits, hey, it's a strategy. It's a move. It's a thing you can do. Let me check here, see how much time we have before I get to start stream. About a minute. Okay. Yeah, why are we clicking Thunderclap, bro? Raf, what are we doing, buddy? Why Thunderbolt does more damage? There we go. Like, what? I'm so confused by these decisions. Okay, well, it's not... Oh, boy, Kingambit is not standing on business, I'm afraid. It is burned and at 20%. Ceruledge theoretically could smoke here. Probably not, though. Okay, we've got the excellent 2% Kingambit coming in here. Should be about to go live. There we go. All right. We should be back. Let me just stay on here for a second, and then we can continue to watch someone else get farmed by Stall. Okay, we are indeed back. And we've got... This is just hard to watch. Oh, why are we tearing? Okay, I mean, like, did you want a Dragon Dance first, maybe? So you don't just lose to Curem or, like, anything? I guess not. Yeah, and now you lose to Petrunt. Cool. Guys, Dragon Dance, please. First, before you, try to sweep. That's, it's not too complicated. And there's the instant Malignant Chain Poison to full poison. So that's... This game is over. And we see the DD for some reason. I mean, giving up completely seems a little premature. You technically still have a Ceruledge, even though it's not going to get past this. Yes, we did restart stream. There was an issue. There's the SD, and there's the foul play, and that ought to do it. I mean, Encore Iron Valiant here, Calm Mind, Shadow Ball into Slowking, missing every hit it tries to go for. Maybe I could see that. This D4 dice is bad. I don't know what you're referring to. We got maybe some salt here. I don't really understand what's going on in this chat. Okay, they're calling each other Pookie, so I think it's time we leave. All right, looks like we're ready. And the last is Hybrid versus J-Song. So let's check these guys out. Okay, I guess the game's... Oh, it's not J. Oh, it's J-Song. All right. Let's see. Oh, boy. We've come in at an exciting moment. It's Terra Fire. Interesting. So you should just be able to Terra Fairy and, like, kill and win the game. Yeah, looks like that's exactly what's about to happen. I'm going to go just make sure people know the old live stream crashed. Oh, looks like it's already processing, so... Hopefully people find the new one. We still got a lot of exciting tournament left. And there we go. Yep, Iron Valiant. See how much Iron Valiant just did to that Garchomp, even though it resisted it? Imagine how much it would have done to a Weezing. A Weezing. Mm-hmm. Remember to like the stream, by the way, guys. Okay. So we've got Cravian versus, let's see. I want to check out Black Moon versus Dusty Dusknor. We'll see which game starts up first. I think we are ready for the quarterfinals, I believe it's called. Not semifinals, not finals, quarterfinals, I think. Mushtery versus Nullpack. That's kind of an interesting one. I'm sort of surprised Mushtery is still here, because their team is pretty wacky, and I don't think it matches up well against Stall, which is for some reason this entire tournament. No, there is not less delay on the live stream now. There is just as much delay as there was before. Imagine, you think apparently chat's thinking they were randomizing their moves in that battle. The guy winning definitely wasn't randomizing. But, like, I don't understand why so many people are just pulling up with these teams that completely lose to Stall. It's like, I have like 5 videos dedicated to building teams that do not lose to Stall. And people are like, what if I just, like, didn't think about a breaking core at all and hoped my Iron Valiant with Encore and Knockoff would break Stall? And it's like, what are we doing, people? All right, Cravian starting off with "It Might Be Over, Gang," which is just such a troll comment. I hate, what do you call it? Like, oh, it's called woollying, because it's like wuss plus bullying. You're like, oh, I'm gonna lose this. No. For me, I hate Volcano. Bro, you have a Dragapult. You have a Mola. You have a Spadef Gliscor. Like, calm down, Cravian. You're fine. You know you have a good chance of winning. It might be. Yeah, it might be. It might be. I mean, that's how Pokemon games work. Play the game. Come on. I hate woollying. Grinds my gears. All right. I'm bad, don't worry. Okay, they're woollying each other. This is wild. They're both like, oh, I'm gonna lose. I'm terrible. This is all right. I guess they deserve to be facing each other. Both woollying. And there's the Volcanion lead, which kind of makes sense because it matches up pretty well. Dragapult gets burned. Okay, so we got a more defensive Volcanion, so probably outsped by T-Tar. Depending, I think like most Banded T-Tar speed invested, they want to outspeed Kingambit, so should be Speedy Tar, which should match up well into this Volcanion, but of course, transitioning between them is going to be a bit awkward. I forget if Pult is Darts. I believe it is. I believe the Pult, right, no, I recall. Yeah, the Pult is Darts and not Draco, so that burn is a pretty big L. I mean, Dragapult still is going to be able to Wisp and Hex, but U-Turn's going to be weakened, and Darts is going to be severely weakened as well. Going for just a Hex there, which is not super effective. I mean, it's not very effective, but I mean, it's not a particularly forward-moving play. These are not double limb. These are all single limb. Defensive Mola coming in, not taking a Dark Pulse well. And in comes Gliscor on a Darkrai, which... Let's check that calc, actually. That's a Spidef Gliscor. That is in line with just a high roll. So, not specs or anything to rely on. Whoa, okay, I guess that must have been a Scarfry. I don't know how Cravian would know that. That's really weird. That was an extremely aggressive Toxic. Should just be a U-turn here into a Volcanion, I'm guessing. Going into Gliscor on the U-turn there is pretty fair. Makes sense. Okay. We've got Goldengo in. We've got Goldengo in. If I were Cravian, I'd definitely be worried about this Goldengo, but at the same time, you don't really have a good Goldengo switching on your entire team. So what else can you do but click Earthquake, really? I guess, okay, scouting with Mola. Oh, but there's the nasty plot. And based on that Dark Pulse earlier, this Mola does not have any special defense investment, and it's Substitute. That is the absolute last thing you want to see. Absolute last thing you want to see here if you're Cravian. That is a brutal Substitute. I mean, you can go Dragapult and Hex, but that's not going to kill, and because you're Infiltrator, you're not going to get past that. And this Gliscor dies to a Make It Rain. Fortunately for Cravian, it's looking to not be Make It Rain. Otherwise, it absolutely should have clicked it there. I'm guessing this is the Sub-Select Goldengo, probably Terra Fairy last, and they catch it. Oh, that's brutal. They catch the Substitute. I don't know why you'd click Protect there. Like, what were you hoping to get out of that? And preserving Gliscor, I kind of see the vision because it can sort of heal up theoretically against Lando, but I don't know about that. I mean, no, it's probably the play. It's good against Darkrai, it's good against Zama, it's good against Lando. I can see the Darkrai preservation. I mean, the Gliscor preservation I think is okay, but this Goldengo is looking brutal. I mean, here's what you can do here. You can go Dragapult, you can Hex. That will force Goldengo to Terra. And what you could potentially do is, hear me out, right? You go Dragapult to threaten the Hex here. You double to Tyranitar to get Sand Chip on whatever it terras into, probably Fairy. Then you go Dragapult and kill it with Sand Chip. Which I think, it's a roll, but I think it's probably your best chance because it's the only way you get out of this with one Pokemon dying. Which is T-Tar. Alternatively, you go Dragapult Hex, force the Terra, go T-Tar, set Sand, sack T-Tar, and go Gliscor and try to heal up and protect. Maybe you might need a double protect, though, for Sand to kill. This is a very tough situation for Cravian. Very tough situation. Remember to like the stream if you're enjoying, of course. When did the sign-up begin? I think sign-ups were up for like a couple weeks, a month, not exactly sure. Yeah, this is a very tough spot. I mean, you could just like pray it's for some reason. If you have Terra Ghost Dragapult, I think you do it here. Because that, I believe, will put you in range where you have a chance to kill even a Terra Fairy Gold. And I think the chance is what you've got to bank on. Yeah, there's the Slackberry, and that's Terra Fighting is the last thing you want to see here. Let me tell you that. If this is Terra Blast Fighting, that's horrible news for Cravian. And it's Focus Blast, which is actually weirdly kind of good news because it missed. And then you can protect, and then you can kill next turn. So this game actually, there's... I'm trying to think, is there a chance here? You probably just lose to Zamazenta. But you kind of have Toxic on Gliscor. Going into T-Tar and the Shadow Ball was smart play. Solid stuff from Cravian. I think they handled that pretty well, all things considered. I definitely did not see the Terra Fighting coming. I definitely did not see the Terra Fighting coming. If it was Terra Blast Fighting, another Pokemon was dying there, for sure. But fortunately for Cravian, Focus Miss coming in clutch. So from Jabriel here, yeah, I imagine you do just go Zama. I mean, I think you should ID if you have it. CC, that is not Bandit though. That is Life Orb. That is very interesting. Not good news for Jibreel. Very weird Protect there. No idea why you didn't Wish. Protect was never going to do anything for you there. Yeah, like there was literally no way that went well, that Protect. I mean, there wasn't even an extra turn of Sand, so pretty confused as to why that was the thought process. Okay, we're PP stalling. That's good. I would really caution Jabriel here to not waste all these Steam Eruptions, because if you do, Gliscor is gonna get you. But now, yeah, you can kind of just click Steam Eruption. I think you've got to bank on a miss, really. I mean, yeah, or just go Gliscor is fair too. Your way of winning at this point is Excadrill, absolutely, which is actually not too far off from quite feasible. There is a real world where Excadrill wins this. I mean, we've got Terra used. I don't think you kill Volcanion is the thing. Okay, it's going to be Lando in here. Rapid Spin. If you Swords Dance here, I think that's game in favor of Cravian. Yeah, no superpower, no BS on Landorus. That Lando's dead on entry. But that Darkrai we saw earlier, good chance of being Scarf. Still, your Earthquake plus Iron Head looks pretty incredible into this team. And I wonder if Scarf Darkrai actually kills. So there is Wisp, which would be brutal. In fact, if you predicted the Wisp here, you could SD again. No, but then it would just sack Lando and then come in and Dark Pulse you. I think the correct play here is Tyranitar. Because Dark Pulse does not kill Drill. Yeah. If the Darkrai is Focus Blast, that's rough. But Scarf rarely runs Focus Blast. But, I mean, Landorus is dead. There's the Dark Pulse. They went for it. We get a super greedy Swords Dance. Okay, well, that wasn't good. It's Scarf. You know it's Scarf. Why are you going Mola and not T-Tar? What are we doing? Like, what? Bro. Please go T. Okay, that's a good T-Tar play. Now you can threaten the Volcanion here. You should probably outspeed, unless it's a speedy Volcanion. At which point your drill will kill that. If the Volcanion has HP after the Sand Chip, what are the odds of killing? Possible. Okay, if you have Stone Edge, you've got to click it there. Really weird knockoff. Maybe you just didn't have Stone Edge. Talg9132, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. As always, if there's anything you want to say in chat, feel free to do so. Thank you so much. Okay, you can't kill with a Rapid Spin here. Oh, no, you can. You can and you should kill with a Rapid Spin. Why did you not Rapid Spin? We need... Dude, you... Alright, we're basically speedrunning losing to Darkrai. This is pretty much where we're at. I'm trying to think what the way you win this game is. You don't, really. If you killed the Scarf Darkrai earlier, you won. But, or click Rapid Spin on it, you know, whatever. Right, like a +1 Excadrill Earthquake here kills. Okay, hold up. There's it clicked CC. Why did you click CC? I guess, no, actually, I guess it makes sense. Kind of covering them all. I guess that I can sort of see that. But it's like, I mean, Cravian is playing like they have no idea that Darkrai is Scarf, which is just so weird because it very provably is. It proved itself to be Scarf. So, like, the correct play there was, like, Rapid Spin into Iron Head, hope for the flinch, into another Rapid Spin for the kill. Like, that was the play against Zamazenta there. Zamazenta, what calc was that at? Rapid Spin. Yeah, Rapid Spin into Iron Head into Rapid Spin was the move. If you had Iron Head. Maybe you didn't. Saying bruh. Okay, I don't understand really why. Cravian just seemed to not, like, even after finding out that the Darkrai was Scarf, did not process at all that the Darkrai was Scarf. And also going for another SD there was completely unnecessary. Like, you killed everything. I don't know. Bizarre stuff. In that game. But good on Jabriel. And let's check in on Mushtari and actually let's check on Black Moon. Okay, here we go. This is almost over. And it's definitely going to be Grimmsnarl losing. So, okay, this is kind of a solid team we've seen. Why are you just being mean? Like, this is just mean. Why are we clicking Psychic Noise? Okay, so Truth and Come On is kind of mean, it seems. So we'll keep that in mind, I guess. Unless they didn't have a fairy move, which I don't believe. I guess not revealing sets is kind of fair. Someone says, big surprise, LeBron choking. I don't know what's going on in the world of basketball, so I couldn't tell you. And let's see, let's check out Mushtari. Been a while. Nullpack. Let's please not end up with like a double stall final. That'd be brutal. Alright, looking like we've got quite a game on our hands here. 20 defogs remain. How have you used that many spikes? I guess you've just been using it to burn PP. And we see Palmot. Yikes, dude. I mean, Palmot looks like he can theoretically win this, but that's a big theoretical. It's looking like Nullpack has got this shut down. Oh, dude, what is this? Yeah, the boots are gone. The boots are knocked on Talonflame, but like still, it's only going to do so much. This Slowking is on a devastating timer. Slowking coming in, trying to get, like, clawing back tiny little bits of regen, and it's working, but, like, you know, working with a lowercase w. I don't really... If you have a chance at winning this game, I want to know, how did this Clefable die? Let's do some searching. Okay, well, hold on. Let's see if this thing yeah, there we go. We might be about to see a forfeit here. Okay, in comes Lloyd. I'd say you got a Stealth Rock here. It's time to try to win with Palmot. If you've got Ice Punch, you need to use it. Terra Electric Palmot theoretically can win here. Terra Bug. So you kind of needed that for Palmot, but okay, I guess. That's over. So now Palmot is walled by Dondozo. Yeah. Like, this is so over. I guess we don't need to call it for the sake of time, since there's... You check in on J-Song. But yeah, this is not going anywhere. Let's see what J-Song's up to. Okay. Okay, the Iron Valiant's dead, but the Kyurem and Tusk are dead. So I don't really know what to make of this game. Based on my early assessment, it looks like things are coming up in favor of J-Song, would be what I'd say. A Regenerator plus Gliscor certainly never hurts. Still not preserving Chili Reception PP at all, and using it for no reason, which is great to see, of course. Yeah, Dragapult Wisp looks really nice. Skarmory just burning PP here. Why are we not letting Corviknight take these Brave Birds? Because PP... I mean, I guess Regenerator, right? Yeah, this looks like it might go on for a while. I might call this in favor of J-Song if this ends up proceeding too long, because it seems like there's just no way of J-Song... Excuse me. Yeah, there's no way of Lemon Man, I don't think, winning this game. Yeah. There is no way. I don't see you having a shot here. Check in back on Mushtery. Oh, it's burned. Yeah, this is super over. We can skip forward a little bit, see if we get... Oh, hold on. Natural Cure. That's kind of funny. But it probably means no Ice Punch, right? So Gliscor, Hard Walls. Talonflame just clicks Defog, and then, yeah, rocks are gone forever. Yeah. We can call this in favor of Nullpack pretty much whenever we're ready to do so. We might as well let them play it out. We might have to call both of these games, which is pretty funny. Like, I'm inclined to say J-Song wins, but then J-Song has also had a bit of a propensity to toss games in the ninth hour. So yeah, we might have to call this soon. Yeah, not the most engaging gameplay. That's a bit of a risk. We don't want to be getting Slowking burned. Lucky, it didn't happen this time, but let's let Gliscor take the status risks. Do it for the people, J-Song. The only person surviving against Stall so far. If I Double Shock while being Terra Electric, do I lose the Electric type? No, you keep it and you can spam Double Shock over and over. That's why Terra Electric Palmot with Double Shock is good. That's what makes it good. Like, what are we doing, bro? What is this? Let's check up on these guys. Do we see a forfeit come out? We do see a forfeit. Sleepy game before. Yeah. All right. Mushtery is out. Well done. And I guess we're going to have to watch this game. And this is the last one, right? Yeah, okay. Well. Let's maybe start the next round early. That might be a good approach. A little compromise. Please chow your next opponent. Bang, come on. We'll start next round early. HF. All right. Message has been sent. Hopefully that starts soon. Blissey almost dies. Okay. That got close. But instead, nothing happened. As we wait for the next game to start, let's just watch this, I guess. Skarmory is not that close to getting PP stalled, actually. Dude has a lot of PP. There's a lot of PP this game. A lot of Pokemon actually are like fully stocked up. Once again, why are we risking Glowking getting Scald burned? That would not be good. Gliscor doesn't die to a critical hit Scald. So why are we doing this? Almost to turn 100. Yes, it is. You guys should be very proud. Is there any chance we can get usage and win rates for each mon after each tourney is complete? I will not be providing that, but somebody might. I believe all the tour games are recorded, so someone could do that. First game went to 144. We can totally beat that. Yeah, that's not really the goal here, guys. Jae-sung, could you try to maybe get Dragapult to do something? Okay, finally they're bringing out the Corviknight to try to do this faster. You guys ready for the stall versus stall semifinals and finals? About to be great. Jae-sung forgetting Future Sight because they're getting sleepy. Makes sense. Why is the next game not happening? I'm gonna see, maybe Winawa can talk to them. Okay. Okay, hold on. Blissey getting low. Could die to an... It won't... It'll just switch out. But it could theoretically die to an Earthquake here. Okay. This is helpful for the Dragapult game plan. Definitely a knockoff here. Okay, good Earthquake. This U-turn's going to hurt. Oh, I've got a question. Why are we not clicking Stealth Rock with Great Tusk? There's no removal here. Like, we can afford to let Tusk eat, like a Brave Bird or whatever. Like, it'll live. And you'll have rocks up. Like, what are we doing? Why are we not setting stealth? Hazards, guys. People. Hazards. Your opponent has no removal. And their boots are missing. Please go into Tusk here and set rocks. Please, 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 please don't miss this. Why? Like, am I losing it? Rocks? Rocks. Rock. That's so much chip. Set Stealth Rock, bro. You can PP stall the recovers. That's a lot easier than PP stalling every other move. Oh, let's get the music restarted. Yes, Winawa, please start the next round. Okay, hold on. Blissey tried to comment, but yes, do start the next round. Why did you could have killed it. Why didn't you kill the Blissey? Why'd you just Earth? Why? Doing this? Why are you doing this? Oh my god. Okay, well at least Blissey's almost dead. I mean, he could have been dead. J-Song like does not want to beat Stall, but keeps beating it anyway, and it's driving me up a wall. Like, set hazards. Go Tusk right now. I mean, okay, I guess Blissey's like soft builds are pretty much done, but like surely you see how Dragapult wins after this. I don't know what Lemon Man is surprised about. Maybe they thought that Shadow Ball would like do something. It's a Blissey Shadow Ball against a Gliscor. Like what? Set Stealth Rock, please. Just set Stealth Rock. Like what? Why aren't you? Why aren't you doing it? Are you like what for what reason is Tusk being coddled like a newborn baby? It is a great freaking Tusk. As the name implies, it can take a hit or two. Like what are we doing? Just stop. Just go. Why aren't we going Corviknight? Because it stalls out 2 Brave Birds. Because it has pressure. It has the ability pressure. That's the one thing pressure does. I don't think J-Song is intentionally trying to make this longer. But it's really okay. It has no Brave Birds. It has 0 Brave Birds. Please go into Great Tusk. Please go into Great Tusk and set Stealth Rock. It will chip everything. All 4 Pokemon are taking rocks damage. Why do we keep risking the Scald Burn? It's like the you never get Scald. Like, you're not getting punished, but it's like Gliscor cannot die to a critical hit Scald, and it cannot get statused by Scald. Like, it feels like we're being rage baiting here. Like, dude, it cannot hit you. Eventually, can you please drag Tusk out with... Tusk never gets dragged out by the Whirlwind, too. The game is... Like, I feel like if Tusk got dragged out by the Whirlwind, maybe J-Song would see it. But, like, it keeps just knocking... Like, please, Whirlwind and bring out the Tusk. Come on. Whirlwind the Tusk out, please. Just Whirlwind to bring out the Tusk. Like, or just click knock. Oh my god. Okay, this is good too. There has 0 Brave Birds left. Everything is getting hit. Blissey has no soft. Click Wisp here. Click Wisp. Please. Kyurem already... Nothing can tear it. Kyurem already tear it. Why did you switch? What are you afraid of? Yes, okay, Tusk. Come on. Click Stealth Rock. It has no... I'm about to chat, like, J-Song, are you trying to make this take longer? Why are we clicking darts? Why are we clicking darts? Like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, there we go. This could have been done earlier. I don't know why you switched out to Dragapult. Alright, Hex kills here. Can you get... Please. I'm begging you. Just click hex so we can all go home. Oh, something or other. Thank you very much for the 50 gift memberships. Helps raise my spirits a little bit. Please don't intentionally extend this game. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I think they were intentionally trolling me. Okay. I'm going to keep an eye out for that next time. You didn't? Okay. Please explain to me why you never clicked Stealth Rock. I need to know. Because I lack a brain. Did you realize that Skarmory had no Brave Birds a while ago? I just only recently. Okay, I see. I see. I would highly suggest sometimes checking PP when PP stalling something. Future rounds, folks. Lemon Man 46. Like, I normally don't like talk to people after games, but like I was thinking there might actually be like some like intentional like just prolonging or some nonsense. All good. Okay, all good. Okay. Something around. Hey. Oh, also, thing or other just said, if a non-stall team wins, another $100 to the prize pool for the winner. So GL. Thank you very much, Kryl, for the 2.98 SGD saying, Pinka, are you okay? I am. I was... Like, it's really rough to watch, like, a super long endgame that absolutely does not need to go on for a long time. But, we got there. And our pain is over now. And, do we have a game going? We don't. We have still not started the next round. Why? Who knows? Okay. Like, alright, let's... So it's time for... Wow, wait a second. Oh, we've got J-Song against another stall player next round. Cool. That's fun. Oh, I do want to note something. Something or other. Just hopefully you hear this. if you do want to add an additional 100 to the prize pool, please don't send that by a donation, because YouTube takes like 30%, and then, you know, taxes happen. So like, if you wanted to like give that to me by donation and then I have it give it to them, you would have to donate like a lot more for that to add on a 100. So don't donate the extra 100. Yeah. Okay, all right, we finally got this game that I requested to start like 20 minutes ago. Let's get into it. Let's keep the view consistent. Look at this team from the other side. Yeah, honestly, J-Song has been facing stall teams this entire turn. So, like, I get your brain being a little tired, but, like, not setting Stealth Rock tired is, like... I think there was some game extension stuff going on there. So, okay, let's see. I mean, we've got a Nasty Plot Life Orb Tornadus, which looks exceptionally effective here. I think that's going to be very good. Can competitors watch the stream? Yes, they can. We have a huge delay, so yeah, anyone can watch the stream. I intentionally have the stream set to a delay so we don't have to make it like a rule that competitors can't watch, because that would just be very hard to enforce. And we've got J-Song versus Nullpack starting as well. I mean, what, like... It really hurts my soul that this is happening in this tournament. Great. Double protect. Awesome. Glad to see that. Starting off strong. All right, let's see what's happening here, because this other game is gonna take a while. I got a feeling, I got a sense that this other game's gonna take a long time. So we got a Kyurem lead into a Zamazenta. Obviously not what you want to see as truth here. So going into Hatterene, getting hit with a big Stone Edge, big Life Orb Stone Edge, and that, as we've said, that Life Orb indicates pretty surely you're going to be seeing a Heavy Slam, which will absolutely demolish even a max defense Hatterene here. Life Orb Zamazenta looking like quite the problem for Truth's team here. Not really an answer to that. Everything kind of hit, but going for a Stone Edge again and just getting nuzzled. That is an absolute tragedy. I mean, maybe predicting a Tornadus to come in, maybe predicting, I don't really know exactly what the idea was there, but that is not what you want to see. And a Stone Edge miss, which is brutal, and that Pain Split is going to heal Hatterene up a really nice chunk. Love J-Song is the guy who doesn't know how to fight stall but always somehow wins. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Nullpack has been making short work of their opponents. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's a very brutal series of turns for Jabriel. Now, Jabriel might not have Heavy Slam, at which point this Hatterene was just really tough to deal with, but I mean, we'll see. Okay, there's the Psy noise coming out. Looks like no Heavy Slam, which is strange. I guess Ice Fang maybe last. U-turn comes out there. Okay. Trying to think about this game. I think Truth has got a huge advantage at this point. If this Darkrai gets paralyzed, it's literally over. Like, Tornadus actually just sweeps the entire team after a Nasty Plot. Yeah, so I mean, Sludge Bomb here, I believe, does kill. Yeah, so that is going to kill if they have it. Although a lot of Scarf Darkrai don't carry Sludge Bomb. So if Hatterene decides to get aggressive here, stay in and just click Nuzzle, I mean, Tornadus is just going to be, it's going to totally roll this team. We've seen the Goldengo is Terra Fighting, so that's good information to have. Terra Fighting Focus Blast. And we don't, I can't remember if we've seen this Zamazenta, probably just an Iron Defense set. I don't know what the Kyurem is. We haven't seen a lot of Truth playing, despite them going so far. So we'll kind of be discovering this team together. But I'd say at the moment, it looks like the game is really, really going in favor of Truth. And I like to see that these players are using their timer. Obviously, I'm a little bit fatigued at this point of commentating, I'll admit. But it is good to see players taking this seriously and turning out, banking on the Sludge Bomb coming through, which makes sense. You really don't want to let another Pokemon get nuzzled there, and going into Iron Treads. Good stuff. Up go the Stealth Rock. And this Landorus here does die to an Ice Spinner. And it's going to be going into Hatterene on the Earth Power. Now, personally, if I'm Truth here, I let this Hatterene go. I think the Stealth Rock is likely. But okay, turned out Truth had the right idea, and I did not. But yeah, this is now going to be a really strong Tornado. So this is Nasty Plot Life Orb. This I do remember. And Landorus goes down. This game is probably over at this point. So I'm saying if we look at this game, Hazard situation is fully on the side of Truth. When you've lost the Hazard War, you've usually lost the battle, with very few exceptions. Honestly, if he had Heavy Slam, he could have just used it against Kyurem. Am I wrong? Yes, you are wrong, because Heavy Slam is 40 base power against Kyurem. Kyurem is super heavy. So yeah, that would pretty much do 0. And there's Kyurem going for the DD. It's not technically over yet. Where there's a DD Kyurem, there's a way. I mean, it could be freeze dry and just freeze here, but the fact that Kyurem's backing off is a really bad sign. That tells you this Kyurem probably does not have anything to say. Treads comes in. Do we see an aggressive Focus Blast? We do not. But there is maybe a world where maybe... Okay, here's what I'm thinking here. You Terra Fighting on the Earthquake, and you substitute to activate the Salac Berry. If Jabriel goes for that play, because you're not Air Balloon, how much are you going to do? Earthquake? Yeah, so probably Earthquake, if this is a standard offensive Treads, is going to put this Goldengo perfectly in range for Salac. Now, Truth might just go for like knockoff or something, and then the Dream is dead, right? Obviously, the Dream's instantly dead, and Goldengo just, doesn't do anything, and the game's probably over. But if you're Jibreel here, you've got to play desperate, guys. When you're in a really bad spot, you've got to play their outs. And I think the out here is Terra Fighting. They haven't used Terra, right? I'm not tripping. Yeah, no Terra. Terra Fighting into sub. You could legitimately win the game on the spot with that. You'd need to hit a lot of Focus Blast, but it's possible. Jibreel taking their time, which is probably a good move here. You want to be taking your time. You want to be taking your time in a situation like this. We're going to check in on J-Song after this game has ended. I want to really lock in on this for now. And we see the knockoff, so that's tragic. We don't see the Terra Fighting, or we don't see the substitute come out. So, well, good knockoff from Truth. Maybe some scouting happened But at the same time, Truth was not the one using the timer. It was Jabriel, so hard to say. Did I say let Heatran go? Ugh. Maybe the stall games are getting to me too. All right, so let's see what happens here. Tornadus is going to come in. Kind of an odd play. Not really a huge fan of that play because Tornadus can miss here. Yeah, missing would be really, really bad. Maybe it's a slow Kyurem, but I mean, even it's got to be a really slow Kyurem. Even modest outspeeds Goldengo, I believe. It's like, or no, it's 389, so Goldengo does outspeed. Oh, never mind. It's got Dark Pulse. That's kind of an unusual coverage option. I'm trying to think what that does for you. So you're on Nasty Plot, Bleak Wind, Heat Wave, Dark Pulse, I suppose. Like I guess it kills Pecharunt. Kind of took a lot from Bleak Wind anyway. Very minimal chip. So I don't really know why you'd run Dark Pulse on this thing. I mean, look at the tier here. Glow King? Maybe if you really hate Glow King. Sarah kind of helps with Sarah Ledge, sort of. Generally, I'm confused. Okay, well, we got Ice Beam coming off. Looks like could go Kingambit here. Kingambit Kowtow would not be bad at all. Kyurem probably is the better play. Kyurem can likely just smoke something here, and it is going to be Kyurem coming in. If this is DD, this could be game right here. Any set is going to be really effective at this point. Zama comes in. If Substitute would be brutal here as well. Just going to be an Ice Beam. And that looks like not Specs damage. Yeah, that's not Specs. Unless that's like a really weirdly bulky Life Orb Zamazenta. But okay. It's going to be an Ice Beam kill. How's the other match going? I'll imagine I would be surprised if a single Mon got knocked out. Yeah, I would also be surprised if a single Mon got knocked out. I think it's going to be a very long game. All right, in comes Kingambit. And the Kyurem going for Scale Shot. So, yeah, even if you have Terra Blast Fire here, that's not going to kill. And this is a super free Kowtow Cleave. Kingambit with that Fallen too is pretty powerful too. Is not weak at all. Kyurem, yeah, this looks like the end of the road for Jabriel here. Oh, and it's going to click Icicle Spear, the poor thing. Looks like no Terra Blast to speak of. So I guess you're banking on what? Like Darkrai flinching everything with Dark Pulse? So what you do here is you go into Kyurem. Because the only way you lose this game is if a Scarf Darkrai flinches everything with Dark Pulse, and the only way to guarantee that doesn't happen is keeping Kingambit alive. Truth gonna sack, which is not the right play, but it's a slight optimization. It doesn't really matter. Like, realistically, you're not gonna lose this one anyway, but you should have kept Kingambit around. But it's not a huge deal. So, a bit confused about Torn. Not sure why we didn't just go into Kyurem there. Because the Bleak Wind could have missed. Like, Truth kind of playing this endgame a little bit unsafe. But they do hit, so they'll be fine. But not a huge fan of how they played this very endgame. Mostly this was a super clean game. Super clean. But a couple things at the end that were a little dodgy. Okay, there's Ice Beam, not going to kill. You see Dark Pulse come off, going for the safe damage. Which, like, sure, I think the better play was going for a Bleak Wind there because Zamazenta will kill this. Go for the Ice Beam. Okay, yeah, there's a body, but yeah, Kyurem can't die and Ice Beam can't freeze. So I guess actually keeping Kyurem around kind of makes sense since it makes there's be a 0% chance you get froze hacks, but ended up being okay anyway. Truth taking that game, and let's check out what's been happening with J-Song. So I'm going to scroll up so we don't get spoilers if they say anything in chat, and we can kind of just skip along here. Okay, Clefable loses its leftovers. We get some U-turns happening. Your Talonflame coming in. We got an Ice Spinner, which is, like, really bad. J-Song once again not having any problem risking burns. We got some PP stalling happening. This is not going to go well long term. Okay, that ended up kind of going well. Would you look at that? What are we doing? Okay, and we finally, J-Song gets punished for pretending like status moves don't have secondary effects. No patience this time from J-Song. I think J-Song's questionable decisions have finally caught up with him, I'm afraid. Or them. I guess I don't know. I guess J is can be either one, can't it? Okay, and then... yeah. Let's skip and see where we're at. Okay. Okay, this is kind of like... okay, Tusk just got poisoned. This game's over. Yeah, this game's over. Yeah, like, no, you gotta kind of play these games patiently. The play is, once again, to leverage Specs IVAL. And if you don't do that, and you just, like, be very risky with all your Pokemon, this is kind of how it goes. Yeah. Specs IVAL is coming in like one Moonblast. That's not how we do this. I think we shut this down soon in favor of Nullpack. Like, this is... Nullpack knows how to play stall. And, yeah. Actually, no. I did forget about Future. You click Psyshock here. You've got to click Psyshock here for the Blissey. Moonblast here would be a colossal throw. Please click Psyshock. Why did you click Moonblast? It was 1 billion% a Blissey every single time. Like, what are we doing? Like, Psyshock plus Future Sight there would have done more. I think it would have potentially threatened it too. It is what it is. Really not good play though. Like, Blissey there was coming in absolutely 1 billion% of the time. Eventually, Nullpack's going to learn that this thing doesn't have Ice Beam and just go Gliscor every time, and the Future Sight will be shut down. That's why that was such an important Future Sight. You really needed that turn, because that's probably not... that opportunity is not going to happen again, where you get a Future Sight queued up on a weakened Clefable. Like, that's not an opportunity you get every day. I'm thinking we call this soon. This is just not going to work out. We'll let it play out a bit. But in an ideal world, this game is over. As in, like, if they both play reasonably, I think this game is over. And the trouble is, I do think Nullpack has been playing better than J-Song here. Like, I do not see any world where you get past this situation. And yeah, look, there we go. There's the Gliscor coming in now. Into top, I mean, yeah, Baneful Bunker, I guess, is fine. Okay, this is kind of, like, this is okay. You can set Stealth Rock here, I guess. Wait, does this Tusk not have Rapid Spin? Because it does, because it has Knockoff. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, there's the... this game is not... This is not gonna... Like, your way of winning was maybe Dragapult. Dragapult is... That's the thing. It doesn't seem like Jason realizes their Terra Ghost Hex Pult is a stall breaker. It is. It's like the stall breaker against teams like this. Like, Terra Ghost Hex Pult would go crazy here. But, well, you know. Not if you let it get poisoned. Like, just clicking, like, raw Hex into, like, a full HP Gliscor that has P-Jab, like, that was an insane play. Like, Gliscor will have no problem getting rid of that health, and if you get poisoned, which you did, you just lose. So... Like, I don't know, a Psy Shock critical hit, I guess, could happen. It's possible, but, like, no, your goose is cooked, I'm afraid. Psy Shock would have been the best for everything but the Dondozo. But yeah, like, absolutely zero people are going to be switching in a Dondozo to a Specs Ival with a Future Sight happening. I do enjoy that all the YouTube tournaments I watch turn into this as something or other. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, something or other. That is good. I mean, rocks are up. It's like that's something. like it's funny like how many we got all the J Song fans in chat, but like there's literally no way. I'm sorry, I'm gonna call this. Hey guys, I'm calling this game over in favor of Nullpack. I'm sorry. There's actually no shot. There's no, like, Nullpack knows what to do. Like, J Song's not protesting it. This, like, you're super, like, you have nothing you can do. There's not, you're gonna lose this eventually. You've let your crucial pieces be poisoned. You're not gonna win this one. Good attempt. We're gonna get into the finals. It was a good try, J Song, but you got to really be very patient against all. And that game, Terra Ghost Hexpult was your way there. So we're going to see Truth versus Nullpack. Oh, it says Jay can still crit his way through that. Like, yeah, yeah. If Jay gets, like, positions really well and then gets, like, 4 critical hits in a row, the game was winnable. Excuse me for not wanting to sit here for another hour and a half to see if that happens. Yeah, I'm afraid that one was just not gonna happen. So let's see, we'll have finals starting up soon. Nullpack's mother can still call, forcing a timeout. Yeah. Pinka, I think you got to make about 5 more stall videos. Maybe. Might have to. This is the equivalent of watching a baby animal make a stupid choice in a documentary. Yeah, it does kind of have that feeling to it a little bit, doesn't it? But yeah, the tusk getting poisoned, the pult getting poisoned. It's like we can't be playing like that. We just can't be. All right, when are we going to have the final start? Let's get into it, folks. I'm not going to ban stall. You guys are going to have to learn how to deal with it. Stall will be legal in every single tourney I host. It's just stall into stall into stall. I thought this was supposed to be fun. It could be fun if you guys built teams with breaking cores. I got videos for it. You guys have watched me face stall a lot on streams. Usually it goes well. Like, I feel like the resources are there. I'm definitely not going to ban stall. That's a legitimate archetype. And if money's on the line, this is a competitive game. Stall should be in these tours. And yeah, we're going to sit here and just wait till this final starts. I will say, Jason, I think we got J-Song in chat. Yeah, J-Song, I gotta say, that was a rough bracket you had of literally just stall players. That was brutal. That was brutal. So, yeah, you were right to be a little frustrated. Pinkator meta is kind of crazy. Yeah, it kind of is. Honestly, J-Song, for 1400, you played that pretty well. You should be proud. I know I was hating. Because, well, not hate. I know I have a lot of criticism about the way you played, and there were a lot of non-optimal decisions. But I think you did your best, and you had a brutal bracket. You should definitely feel proud for getting as far as you did. Okay, and for some reason, the final players are just deciding they're going to chill. Your opponent finals begins. Oh, here we go. It's finals time, folks. It is finals time. We've got, on one side, Truth. Truth, thank 'em on. With a Ice Beam Curum, a Treads that is offensive, a Hatterene that appears not to have a fairy move, an Iron Defense Zamazenta, I think an Iron Defense Zamazenta, and a pretty standard, I think, King Gambit. And then on the side of Nullpack, we've got Stall. It's pretty much, It's exactly what you'd expect. It's a boots spam stall team. And that's about it. Come on, Pink. It feels like even breaking cores take 100 turns to beat it. Sometimes it's pretty fast. Other times, yeah, it takes a while. But it still breaks. Think if stall wins, you have a double or nothing match between you and the stall player? No, we're going to pay the winner what they earned. We're not going to be like, no, we're not going to do that. All right. Truth running down the timer, which is good. I like to see that we're being thoughtful into this game. Now the question is, how is Truth going to win this? Does Truth have a breaking core? Low key, I don't think so. I think Truth's team kind of can't handle stall. But I could be wrong. We'll see. But I feel like the best breaker, if we even want to call it that, is Tornadus, which is not ever getting past a Blissey, unless it's Taunt. But we've seen it's not, right? It's Heat Wave. I'm pretty sure Heat Wave, Dark Pulse, Bleak Wind, Nasty Plot. So yeah, like you can click Nasty Plot here. I think here's the play. I think you Nasty Plot on the Protect, hope that Nullpack didn't scout, and the Gliscor won't. Well, actually, it's P-Jab EQ, right? So it might just click P-Jab and not do anything. But I think you've got a Nasty Plot here on the Protect or something. Then you Nasty Plot again as Blissey enters. And then maybe you can kill it. Let's see. Let's check Blissey calc here. Ooh, that's rough. You still don't beat Blissey. But you can fish for a lot of critical hits, I guess, is the upside. And you can PP stall soft boiled. So that's probably the angle. All right, we see Nasty Plot and instantly into Blissey. So based on that play, it looks like Nullpack did scout. Because if you think it's like a knock Torn, you always just get out of there. So looks like both these players have probably scouted each other, I'm guessing. Yeah, we'll see what this Curum is, too. I mean, this Curum could be... If this is a mixed Curum, that changes the game a little bit. But as it currently stands, this looks rough. But I think PP stalling Blissey with Nasty Plot Tornadus is an option. Kind of going to play like a sort of Hydrapple-esque situation. Another possible play is hitting the early Terra Dark Dark Pulse and going for flinches on Blissey. And fishing for that. If you are Terra Dark, that could be a really interesting way to go about this. That I think would be super cool to see. Problem is, then I think you've got Toxapex coming in, just kind of clicking Toxic. And I think it lives a +2. So I don't know if you want to commit your Terra to something that's probably going to be kind of easy to shut down, is my concern there. I keep tuning into the stream at random moments, and every time I do, it's someone facing stall. Yeah, that is the case. This Torn is not knock, unfortunately. Whoa. Okay, tragic miss. But we've got Focus Blast in the house. That is a game-changing set. That is a game-changing set. That is, I'm so sad that missed. Because that would have, like, actually could have been the end of Blissey. Legitimately. That could have been the end of Blissey. I hate that that missed. Ugh. Like, okay, I don't want it to seem like I'm rooting for Truth, but, like, I totally am. I'm going to be honest. I'm not a huge Stall fan. I do want to see... And it would just be... Like, I don't want to... Stall has won too many of my tournaments because people realize, hey, I can bring Stall and farm, you know, kind of like mid-ladder player, which is like, I'm not criticizing guys for being mid-ladder. I think my community, you guys are probably one of the best, competitively speaking, communities out there for Pokemon. Which I know, like, there's, you know, on average, ELO of my, like, average viewers probably still, like, 1,200. But for, like, bigger channels, it's probably, like, 1,100. Anyway, though, that's a nice knockoff. And, man, if I'm Truth here, I'm really tempted to click knockoff again. Because I'm sensing a possible Talonflame or a possible Gliscor here. And that would be massive. That would be massive here. The hat is Pain Split. We see Nuzzle, Sinoi's Pain Split, which is, I will say, a super effective set against this team. And Truth has been playing really well. I will say this. I think we have the two best players. Probably, honestly, Tenebrosite, I feel like should be here. I have no idea how Tenebrosite got out round one. That's tragic. You could see a knockoff come off here, which I think would be tragic for Torn. So I'm questioning quite a bit that play. And it seems like Truth kind of realized that was questionable and went back into Treads to sponge a knockoff. And then, interestingly, the Clefable comes back in. So that was a bit of a weird sequence. But I like how Truth didn't just say, oh, well, I stayed in with Torn, I'm going to commit to this now. They switched out. Oh, there's the EQ. Yeah, I sensed that was coming. That's why I was saying I wanted to be clicking knockoff on that Clefable kind of over and over again. As wacky as it sounds. But okay, in comes Hatterene, and it's going to eat an Earthquake. And this is a Poison Jab Gliscor, guys. I don't know about this. I don't know about this Hatterene thing. Do we see the Poison come off immediately? We don't. We see Pain Split, which is a little bit of a weird play. But Sinoi's the following turn could be pretty effective here, if there's no poison. But it hurts to see this Hatterene kind of get used this way, because I feel like this Hatterene with Pain Split Sinois has potential to be a massive nuisance for this entire team, and I don't think burning it against the Gliscor is the move. I don't think it's the move. We see P-Jab come off into Kingambit, but that's another kind of a bit of a strange play, isn't it? I'm thinking you've got to go Tornadus here, probably on the Earthquake, baiting out the Earthquake, and go for the Nasty Plot. I'm guessing that's what Truth is kind of angling for. Could be a Curem here as well. We'll kind of have to see. Okay, it is the Torn, so my first guess was right. And I would say you do just want a Nasty Plot here. So Bleak Wind is not a good play. I think Blissey was always coming in there, and even if the Talonflame did decide to defog, it's not going to be terribly difficult to set up rocks again. So I do question that decision-making a little bit there. But it's not bad. I would play this a little differently, but I'm going to trust Truth has something in mind. There have been no bad plays, just some things where I'm like, well, you know, I maybe think there was a better option there. So this does give you a really nice opportunity to Pain Split. So this is a really good Pain Split turn. We might see the Sinois come out here if you predict the... Okay. So yeah, the Gliscor is going to come in. And oh my... That is a great turn for Truth there. That is a great turn for Truth. I think you've got to push this advantage. You've got to. You've got to stay in Insinoise again. At the it's that poison jab would be brutal here, though. It really would. But I feel like, for me, the temptation would be too much to stay in and go for it. And I think this matchup is tricky enough that that might be the correct play. Because you could basically shut down this Gliscor for the foreseeable future, if not permanently. Someone says, I'd like to thank Something or Other for providing all the prize money for this tournament through all their gifted members. Yeah, Something or Other is the absolute, by far, the #1 donor. And definitely that was factored in when making the decision to include this prize pool. So huge thank you to Something or Other for that. And of course, a lot of other generous donors as well that I much appreciate. That you know, also did contribute. But yeah, you do have to acknowledge Something or Other has been an incredibly generous supporter of this channel. All right, so Nullpack now on the ropes, thinking hard. Truth has locked in a move. We don't know what move it is, but I suspect it's Sinoise. I think Truth is locked in on Sinoise. So a potential play from Nullpack here is to go into Blissey to bait out a Pain Split, and then going back into Gliscor on the Pain Split. Could be an interesting play. Truth saying do not hesitate in chat, getting a little bit aggressive, and we see Blissey does come in. So if you predict Blissey staying in here, you could Pain Split and get all your health back. If you think Gliscor is coming in, and we see the Nuzzle, ooh, I feel like Gliscor is coming in here. I'm clicking Sinoise if I'm Truth here. And also that looks so good for Torn. Going into Gambit. And the Blissey Terra Darks. Wow. That is, I did not see that coming. Terra Dark there. Okay, so that's going to help Blissey out. The Talonflame is very, please switch out. Okay, not a fan of that play there. Oh my gosh. And it misses. Spike and Rock is permanently up. You are totally okay with that. That Wisp Miss ended up really not mattering one bit. Well, it mattered a little. No, it didn't matter. No, it didn't matter at all. Huge Lumberry from King Gambit there. And that is a fantastic trade. I actually think Nullpack made a pretty big mistake there, letting Talonflame die. Staying in on turn 23, I think, was a total throw from Nullpack. You had a full HP Dondozo. You do not, like, this is a King Gambit with 0 Supreme Overlords. I think that was playing way too afraid. You could potentially have brought that Talonflame back. Actually, no, it would have been tough to get that Talonflame healthy again. It would have been tough. So that is a huge turn. And that Blissey, Terra is now burned on Blissey, and it's Terra Dark, which, sure, that's going to help with Hatterene, don't get me wrong, but not only can Hatterene use that Blissey to Pain Split back up, but also that's not going to help with Focus Blast. So Blissey is now at serious risk, especially, you know, of just getting nasty plotted into Focus Blast and dying. So this game, Truth has really been putting the pressure on. That Talonflame is dead, and those hazards are here to stay. Now, I will say, I don't think those hazards are going to be a huge deal. The only Pokemon, I believe, could be wrong, could be surprised. Actually, no, I don't think we could be. I think the only knockoff Pokemon is this Treads, and Gliscor gets hard-walled. So if a time comes where Gliscor gets chipped to the point that, you know, knockoff is again a thing, oh my gosh, we have a freeze. This is the best opportunity ever to go into your Tornadus, pretty much. You could also potentially... Actually, no. So, I'm going to take that back completely. Nullpack is definitely going into Clefable here. Because you don't go into Dozo. You don't go into any of the freeze dry weak Pokemon in the Kyurem. That would just be insane. So it's probably going to be a Clefable here. I was going to fish for it anyway. I bet you were. So you probably want to Ice Beam on the Clefable here, depending on how much that does at least. Hatterene is Helmet. Someone in chat asked, how isn't Hat covert? Who says Hat isn't covert cloak? The game. Blissey thaws and switches. So this Pex does have Toxic, so you really don't want to be staying in here. My personal sequence I would do here, if I was in the shoes of Truth, I'd go Hatterene on the Toxapex, threaten it out, or you could go Treads here would also work, and then double into Torn as the likely Gliscor enters. Yep. Called to play exactly. That's exactly what I would have done. Good stuff, Truth. Positioning well. You could just go for a raw Bleak Wind here. That will threaten to kill on Spinef Gliscor. I'd say that's a fine play. I'd probably click it raw here because it might try to get aggressive in P-Jab. And if Blissey comes in, you can just Nasty Plot the following turn. Okay, going for the Nasty Plot, fine. The question is it worth here getting Toxic? Big question. No, Truth says yes, it is. I guess we'll have to see if that was the right play. We'll have to see. But Bleak Wind is definitely the play here. Everything dies. Dozo, I'm pretty sure, is 2 at KO'd. So you're at a point against the stall team where as long as you hit your Bleak Winds, you get a kill. So you absolutely keep attacking here. No question about that. No question about that at all. Yeah, this game's definitely not over. There's definitely still stuff Nullpack can do here, but something's going to have to die. I think it's probably ought to be the Dondozo. I don't think you need Dondozo to win this game. You can get 2 very nice Life Orb damages, and there's even a chance of a miss, right? A pretty substantial chance, 2 80%ers. So yeah, I'd say Dondozo here is the play. But it's going to be Clefable. Let's see if we hit. We do see the hit, and that's going to be a kill. As I said, I think that's a mistake. Clefable here was not bad. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. I think the best option there was letting go of the Dondozo. So Pex could get aggressive here. It's possible. Treads comes in. Makes sense. And I'm thinking you've got to go Kyurem, I'd imagine. You've got to know Gliscor's coming in here. Okay, oh my gosh, that knockoff did more than I thought. It will do very little next time, though. So Treads is still firmly shutting down Gliscor pretty much infinitely, unfortunately. Yeah. Do not hesitate into the most shiced plays of the whole tour. Yeah, it's looking good for Truth here, but I really, like, this Gliscor is going all the way back. Like, there are still so many ways this could go poorly. Now, it partly depends on the Zama set. Like, if this, no, it's ID, right? So the ID Zama's never getting past Dozo. Never got past Clef either. I still think Clefable was the better Pokemon to keep alive. But yeah, this is intense. It's going to be Torn coming in, which makes sense. We see the P-Jab come out, also makes sense. You can regen off pretty much all of that damage. So it's not a huge deal. Kyurem comes in. Interesting. And Toxapex enters the field. So we still don't know what this Kyurem set is. is the tricky part. Now let's see. Freeze Strike enters as Blissey comes in. No freeze this time. Curum, what do you got, buddy? Like, what are you, like, AV? AV Curum is, I think, pretty bad. But do we have mixed Curum? This is a moment of truth. This is where you bring it out. Actually, you might have brought it out earlier. No, we're just ice beaming. Not a great sign. Not a great sign. See, as I said, guys, you're starting to see how this game can still very much go poorly. I wouldn't say it's necessarily likely to go poorly, but it's very, very much not over. I think you've got to go into Tornadus here. Tornadus is still your win con, I'm afraid. You never risk Blissey getting knocked off here. And your opponent's Gliscor surely enters. But yeah, you see Toxapex getting its regen back. Gliscor is going to come in here, get its healing back. So, you know, let's see what happens here. Yeah, just knocking off. I mean, that's just not going to do it. That will threaten Gliscor enough that it'll probably need to protect here, though. So I'd say you do want to go into Tauren here. It's going to be a Curum. Interesting. But you see Gliscor is going to protect again here, and it's slowly but surely getting its health back. Now, protect can be PP stalled, but that's going to be, I mean, that's going to be a lot, right? 14 of these guys. That's a lot. But this Curum is more than happy to try to freeze fish on Blissey. But yeah, you see every time this thing comes in and clicks knockoff, this Gliscor gets a little bit healthier. Treads does not have Ice Spinner, no. So yeah, you need to... Blissey's too healthy for this Nasty Plot business to really work. So going into Hatterene is understandable there. Going for the Stealth Rock, Hatterene having none of it, clicking Nuzzle. We have not seen the last move on this Hatterene. Like, is it Healing Wish? Like, what is it? Okay. Good play on Nullpack's part, going for the double rocks there, kind of forcing the rapid spin, which, you know, is okay, but this Gliscor is getting healthier and healthier. The Wheezing Lounge is watching. I'm guessing that's Stalcord. Yeah. Not, oh, geez. Okay, an aggressive not. And Treads gets critical hit. Oh, that is a bad one. That is a bad critical hit. Yep. That's bad RNG. Yikes. I mean, yeah, you can Nasty Plot here, but like... Okay, I mean, Focus Blast hits this. Okay, hold on. Focus Blast did hit. If you hit another one, you can kill this thing. Torn. Okay, huge. Huge double Focus Blast hit. Okay, I know I shouldn't be clapping. I should be commentating. It's supposed to be, like, at least feign impartiality here, but... After the RNG we've been seeing, which I'm going to be honest, the Blissey freeze like did not really matter that much. It feels good to see that. It feels really good to see that. Hatterene now, right here, is the perfect play. Hatterene here smokes. And Truth sees it. There's Haze. Haze is not an effective option here. You just click Psynoise. You just click Psynoise. You throw off a Pain Split here. Maybe not. Gliscor can come in. That'd be bad. So I don't think you predict. I think you just click Psy Noise again. Love seeing that Focus Blast hit. Yep. Oh, baby. Yep. There's the Psy Noise. Yeah, I don't think the specs can touch Hatterene. Nullpack saying, I think this is GG's. I think so. I'm afraid it probably is. I think Hurem... I think Hurem's going to do it. Focus Blast Torn is a cool tech. Oh, Wheezing Lounge says we do not affiliate with... Oh, Wheezing Lounge is a person? I thought it was like a group. Oh, it's a guy. Or a gal. It's a person. Yep. Oh, the critical hit. Brutal. That's game. Hatterene, once the Blissey went down, the Hatterene picked it up. What was last move on Hat? I want to know. I'm curious. I'm really curious to know what the last move is. Hopefully we get a response from Truth. H-Wish. Oh, so you could have... Dang, so Torn had a whole life to get back post-Toxic. Sick. I was wondering if they had that backup plan. And they did. They had the Torn backup plan. 2 Torn T all along. Yeah. They could have Healing Wished up a super weakened Torn and gotten rid of the poison. I was wondering. Yeah, because it was never clicking that third move. And I got a feeling it was Healing Wish. Gliscor clicking spikes for the memes. Okay, well, congratulations, Truth. You're about to win $300. 200 from me, 100 from something or other, if they're still up for that. So, wow. Congratulations. Nicely done. You have won the first ever seasonal Pinkator. Truth, my Discord tag is just my same as my YouTube, Pinkacross. Hit me up on there, and we can do Cash App, PayPal. We will get you your funds. And something or other, I can connect you guys if you want to just send me a message, and I'll send you that. Shout out to Nullpack as well. I know I'm not the biggest fan of stall teams, and I know most of chat isn't either, but Nullpack played well. They did. They did. I mean, they handled this well. They knew what to go into. I think these two players were some of the best in the tournament we saw. But yeah, someone says, all you guys crying about stall, take notes on this game. Yes, please do. This is a breaking core. Let me explain the breaking core to those that missed it. Nasty Plot Life Orb Tornadoes with Focus Blast has a chance to kill Blissey. What's going to be able to stop it? Two things. One, Toxic on Toxapex. Two, Blissey Terra. If the Blissey tears into something that's not dark, that makes Hatterene really annoying for the stall team. If the Blissey does Terra Dark, it's still weak to Focus Blast, and the Hatterene has Healing Wish. So, after that Tornadus gets poisoned by Toxapex, if you weaken it a ton with Bleak Wind, then the Pex will, if you play aggressively enough, be weakened for next time. And you can also keep breaking with Torn, even when it's, poisoned. So, that's the breaking core. The breaking core of this team is Hat plus Torn. And when used well, when used patiently, note the patience too, it works pretty well, doesn't it? Yep. Okay. Something or other. Thank you very much for the $2 donation saying I've reached out to True Thankmon on Discord. Sick. Something or other. You truly don't need to do that, but you're incredible. Incredible supporter, and evidently not the biggest fan of stall, which is fair enough. Fair enough. I get it. But, yeah, I guess let's wrap it up there. Truth, please reach out to me on Discord, and I'll try to end the stream there. Oh, they attempted to PM me. Wow. We'll sort it out later. But congratulations. Try to time this right. End this in 3, 2, 1.